Advanced revenue management, viewing revenue arrangements. All right, so we are looking at revenue arrangement management at the moment. I have in my last couple of videos, 6 and 6.1, started the process. Now we're going to look at viewing revenue arrangements. Okay, so let's have a look. Suite answer 49236. Excuse me. The values of most of the fields in the revenue arrangement header are derived from the sources and revenue elements. These values update automatically when the revenue arrangement is updated. Many of the details of revenue arrangement and some important commands are available only in view mode. However, the only way to edit revenue elements is in the edit mode for the individual revenue arrangements. To view revenue arrangement, your role must include the revenue arrangement permission at the view level or higher. You will see there's a video I made around permissions, so go and have a look at that one on my YouTube channel. In view mode, buttons at the top of the revenue arrangement enable the following actions. Right, so let's go to NetSuite, and I've got open here quite a few, 5 revenue arrangements, so that I can show you. Now, so these update revenue, view revenue, apply, allocate, these are the buttons they're talking about. So you can see here at the top of this revenue arrangement, I've got 3 buttons. Update revenue plans, which is the first one there. View revenue plans, second one. And the third, revenue summary, right at the bottom here. I don't have the other ones because I'm not necessarily using those functionalities, but let's go through them. Update revenue plans. This button is available as soon as the revenue arrangement is created. Click it to create or update revenue plans immediately without waiting for the automatic revenue plan update process, which happens every 3 hours. View revenue plans. After revenue plans have been created, this button is added to the revenue arrangement page. Right, so it will not be there before. Click it to open a pop-up window with a list of all the revenue plans for the revenue elements in the arrangement. Alright, so that's that one there. If you click it, it's going to give you this pop-up window, and there you can see the details. Alright, apply treatments. If you use the rule-based recognition treatment feature, which I'm not, you may see this button on the revenue page. I don't have that because I'm not using it. Allocate. This button appears when the compliant box is not checked. Now you can see this compliant box is checked, so that's why I'm not seeing that button. The compliant box may be clear because you have edited a revenue arrangement and cleared the box, or because allocation has failed. Okay. Click this box as the last step in manually updating the allocation for the revenue arrangement. Reallocate cost. This button appears when the enable advanced cost amortization accounting preference is checked, which I don't have checked. When you click this button, all contract acquisition cost allocation ratio override values are cleared. The contract acquisition cost amount is reallocated based on the revenue allocation ratio. To include the reallocated amounts in the cost amortization plans, you must click Update Revenue Plans. Revert change order. This button appears when the revenue arrangement is the result of a prospective merge. When you click this button, the revenue arrangement and its revenue elements and any revenue plans are deleted. The revenue arrangements, revenue elements, and revenue plans that existed prior to the prospective merge are reverted to their previous condition. You cannot revert a prospective merge if you have recognized revenue or classified deferred revenue. You can delete it, and then you can go and revert. Right, and you can see there's 2 fields here: merge into new arrangements and created from merge arrangements. Revenue summary. This button opens a revenue summary pop-up window. This window combines key information from the revenue element subtab with recognized revenue from the general ledger and amounts actually invoiced. Alright, so that's that one there. And there you can see there's some details there for us. Okay. Right, to view revenue arrangement, go to transactions, financial revenue arrangements, and then you'll get a list. So you essentially get here transactions, financial revenue arrangements, and that'll show you this list. I have a custom view here, so my list will look different than yours if you were just using the standard default view. Alright, to view the following fields in the revenue arrangement header cannot be directly edited. Some appear only in view mode. For a list of the header fields that can be edited, see this. Information about the subtabs on a revenue arrangement, see revenue arrangement subtabs. Right, so let's look at some of the fields. So there you can see your customer, right? Derived from the source documents, the value is a quick view of the customer record and a link to the open record. Created from merged arrangements, which is this one I showed you there. Checked when the revenue arrangement is a result of a merge. Individual revenue elements records include a last merge from arrangement field link to the previous revenue arrangement that included them. Merge into new arrangements, you can see there. Checked when some or all of the revenue elements from the revenue arrangement has been merged into another revenue arrangement. The revenue arrangement version subtab of the revenue element subtag includes link to the revenue arrangement version pages. Revenue plan status, really important. This field is value from the revenue plan status of the revenue elements that belong to the arrangement as follows. Right, so you'll see here revenue plan status. There's one that's not started. There's one that's in progress. Here's one that's on hold. There's one that's completed. And here's one that has failed. Right, so that's all of those. Not started, all revenue elements have a status of not started. In progress, at least one revenue element has a status of in progress. And no elements are on hold or plan failed. On hold, at least one revenue element has a status on hold. Complete, all revenue elements have the status of complete. Plan failed, at least one revenue element has a status of plan failed. Deferred cost journal entries included only when accounting preference enable advanced cost amortization is checked. I don't have that checked, so I don't have this. Transaction total, sum of the discounted sales amount fields of the revenue elements. Right, so here you can see your transaction total, and there's your total revenue amount, which is this one here. Some of the revenue amount fields of the revenue elements. The transaction total and total revenue amount are always equal. You can see there they are indeed equal. Right, and then total carve out, the total revenue that has been moved between elements from the discounted sales amount to the revenue amount. This is always a positive number. Right, and there's your total carve out there. I've got 0. Accounting book included only when the multi-book accounting feature is enabled. Revenue arrangements are book specific. I don't have this enabled, so I don't have that one. Subsidiary only included in NetSuite One World accounts. The value is derived from the source documents. Right. So there's my subsidiary because this is indeed NetSuite One World. Currency included only when the multiple currency feature is enabled. The value is derived from the source documents. I do have that enabled, the multiple currency. So there you can see currency, Canadian dollar in this case. And then you've got your classifications, department, class, and location. These values are derived from the source documents. These fields are populated in the header only when all revenue elements in the arrangement share the same value.